common sense. You're in a committed relationship with the father of your child, but you don't go play footsie with this guy. Does he have a right to be concerned here?
I think as, the father of my child, yes, he does have the right to be concerned, but we've been together for 2 years. There has to be some type of trust.
Why aren't y'all married? You fight like you're married.
I know. It's come about. He did ask me to marry him when we had Aubrey, and I said no, because if you were to go through a day with us, we can't go a day without fighting, and it just gets worse as you get married, as from what I've heard.
Well, the paperwork's not going to change whether you fight or whether you don't. And what do you think's going on here? Is she crossing the line? Is she over-involved with this guy?
I believe so. I've been lied to about where she's been. She's hanging out with him behind my back, not being honest about it.
Are you forcing her to lie to you by overreacting to innocent interactions?
Absolutely.
I don't believe so, but she feels otherwise.
Absolutely.
But there's more going on to the picture than what's being seen.
Okay, what's going on that's not being seen? Let's get it on the table.
Okay. Josh, it's been, he co-signed for our apartment. I was lied to for 4 months about that.
And with that, I should not have had to go outside of our relationship. You are the father of my child. You are my boyfriend. We've been together 2 years. If I have to go outside of our relationship and you cannot provide for me, me as myself, I have to provide.
Okay, but if my credit isn't good enough to co-sign, that's not my fault.
I don't understand why you are still going on about this. I did what I had to do. I put a roof over your head. And I don't mean to make you sound like a bad person, Aaron. I did what I had to do.
Okay, but why lie for 4 months? And that's one issue.
Because what you're talking about is you've got this relationship with this coworker, right?
Josh, correct.
Josh. And Josh co-signed for your apartment so you would qualify and be able to get it. You didn't know that.
No.
So you're living in an apartment that he is on the lease
Yes.
for with your significant other.
Yeah.
And that bothers you.
Very much so.
Why is Josh doing this for you?
Because I didn't want to have to go to my parents. I wanted to say 6 months pregnant at the time. I did not want them to think that Aaron could not provide for me. I'm 23 years old. I should not have to depend on my parents.
Are you living with the wrong person?
Aaron?
Yes.
No.
Should you be living with Josh?
No. But, it's been brought up.
By who?
Aaron and I have gotten into some altercations that have escalated. If I were to need a place to stay while I was going to a new place, Josh gave me that option. He has a spare bedroom.
Okay, you mentioned that she's lied to you about where she is and what she's doing. And I said, if you forced her to do that, I was just curious what your opinion was. You said no, you said yes.
Yes.
But now, look, you have a committed relationship here. Are you committed to him or are you kind of iffy?
As of right now, it's very iffy.
It's very iffy.
Very iffy.
Okay. Have you lied to him about where you were when in fact you were with Josh somewhere?
Yes.
You said you were going to your sister's house to help her move?
Yes.
And you went to a basketball game?
Yes, and it was not just Josh and I. There were other coworkers there. And the only reason I did that was because whenever I say I want to go do something, he has this controlling issue where he will up and leave, and it'll be me and my daughter.
Have you been to his house with just the two of you?
Yes.
And played video games and beer pong and that sort of thing?
Yes.
So I'm sorry, but that sounds to me a whole lot like a date.
I didn't even know about that.
Well, you know what? You're going to learn a whole lot while you're here.
I think so.
His main thing is that it is a male. A male. If it was one of my female friends, he would have no problem. He'd be like, go ahead and go off and do that. But since it is a male, and it's it's a male, not just Josh, any male, mostly Josh, but it's no, absolutely not. If it was a female, which I think is sexist, by the way.
Well, it may be sexist, but I hardly think one of your female girlfriends is going to be trying to get next to you and get you into bed or get a relationship advanced. Do you think that this guy that's spending all this time with you has no designs on you beyond just, hey, buddy?
I know that Josh does have more than friends' feelings for me. However, he knows that I have a relationship with Aaron. We have a daughter together. I have Aaron's child, so he's not going to pursue that.
He's a guy.
He's a guy. Thank you.
There are some rules that you need to have when you have coworker relationships. And one is you don't share personal information with them. You have boundaries and you respect that. Okay, if you have an opposite sex person, you don't go talk to them about your marriage troubles. That's crossing a line. You don't share marriage information. You don't share personal information. You don't go with them alone off-site to places like their house to drink and play video games. You don't have alcohol involved. Look, you may not like this, but those are things that lead to problems. I'm just telling you, they lead to problems.
Would it be different if it was a girl?
Yes.
Wait, why is that? Why is it that I can't...
Didn't we go over that a few minutes ago?
I understand that, but if we've made that I want to say commitment to not be like that, I don't understand why...
You've made the commitment to not be like that.
I'm pretty sure Josh has too. That's what he told me.
Oh, well, problem solved. I got to cover something else here before we go further.
Yes, sir.
You get upset and you get intense about this.
Very.
Have you put your hands on this woman in anger?
Yes,
That's wrong.
it is.
That's wrong. I
There's
don't
more to
care
the
what
story
she
than what's been
does or
explained
what
now.
she doesn't do. You have no right to put your hands on this or any other woman in anger ever.
Understand that.
I don't care what the circumstance is. I think you're being really sensitive here. I think you're being kind of paranoid about certain aspects, but yet you do have some things here that are crossing the line that you do have a legitimate complaint about.
There's no trust anymore in our relationship.
No, well, there's not. Okay, now look, Aaron says that he's never met coworker Josh. He's going to have that opportunity today because I'm going to ask him to join us here.
When Aaron gets his hands on my devices, he tells me, and it brings up fights. I have to erase my history on my computer. I've had to delete my text messages. I've had to go as far as changing the names in my phone from guys' names to girl names.
I found out that Ricky had Josh's number saved under a girl's name, Ashley. If there is nothing going on with Ricky and Josh, why is his number saved under Ashley and not under Josh?
Well, there's a phenomenon today in the current economy called the work spouse. And we're talking about people that you spend as much or more time than you might with your husband, wife, or significant other. Is that dangerous? We're adults, right? We can have opposite sex friends. Of course we can. But there is a decorum, there is a protocol, there have to be boundaries when you do that sort of thing. Now, Ricky and her work spouse, Josh, insist that their friendship is purely platonic. But is it really for both of them? Let's see what Josh has to say.
Ricky and I are very good friends. We share everything together. When there are any issues with Erin, she does come to me looking for advice or just a different perspective.
I cannot talk to Aaron about that openly and freely. As with Josh, he understands where I'm coming from, and he does not judge me on things. He is my best friend.
When Ricky and I spend time together, it's mostly just friends hanging out. Sometimes it's just watching TV, watching a movie.
I don't, go on dates with Josh. I don't get dressed up to go out with Josh. There's definitely a distinction whenever I hang out with Josh versus Aaron. Aaron definitely does not understand that.
Deep down, I do have feelings for Ricky, but I'm not acting on them because she is in a relationship.
I did tell Aaron about Josh having feelings towards me. I figured I would just get it out in the open. I think it fueled his fire towards Josh more.
Erin wants me out of Ricky's life very badly, even to the point of issuing death threats, basically demanding that I leave him and his family alone.
Aaron thinks that Josh and I have this secret relationship going on, which we don't. Aaron has so much hatred for Josh.
I don't think it's just me that he wants out of her life. He wants everyone that she can turn to out of her life.
Okay, Josh, welcome. You've been watching the show, right?
Yes.
Backstage?
Yes.
I've been talking about boundaries and definitions. Are you crossing any of those?
I don't believe that I'm crossing any boundaries other than friends.
Is there anything you want to say to him?
I don't appreciate the way you treat Ricky. I hear a lot coming from her. I've felt the death threats come from you ever since pretty much me and Ricky met. I don't like the controlling attitude. I mean, you guys should be able to trust each other. You guys do have a child together. I understand that you're a good father. I understand that you guys have to be together as far as Aubrey is concerned. However, that does not mean you're a best match for Ricky. I'm not saying that I'm the best match. I'm not even going there. All I'm saying is you can be a great father, but you treat Ricky horribly.
And you know that how?
Which part?
That he treats her badly.
One, I've heard him screaming at her when she's on the phone with me. I've heard many stories from her where he shoved her off the bed, left bruises.
Okay, so you're going and talking to him about Aaron,
Correct.
and confiding in him about your personal relationship with Aaron, your significant other, the father of your child. Do you think that's crossing a boundary with a coworker?
No, because in the year and a half that Josh and I have known each other, Josh is my best friend. If Josh was a girl, I think it would be fine. But since he is a male, I guess it's not. And I don't see why that is.
Okay.
I don't see where it's any of Josh's business to know what's going on between Ricky and I. I mean, it's none of his business. He has no reason to be in a relationship at the same time.
Yeah, that's okay for you.
I would think a man would want to step back and knowing this is bigger than just me. Like, it's affecting my whole family, the family that we're trying to build together. And I think as a man, you'd want to step back and say, look, okay, evidently something's going wrong here. Maybe I need to step out of the picture for a while, see if you guys can heal what's broken, and then maybe, I can get back into the picture.
Except I have stepped back many times. There have been months that have gone by where Ricky and I have not talked, and you pick a new target. You've picked her family, you've picked other coworkers, you pick other people in general in order to keep pushing people out of her life, to keep that hold on her. So the only person she has to turn to is you.
Well, what business is that of yours? No, seriously.
Ricky and I are coworkers. That is true. However, because of our work setup, we actually are more friends than true coworkers.
You have feelings for her, you admit, that go beyond being a friend, but you say you don't act on them. because
I respect her and respect her
but
choice
yet
to be
you
in
do
a
act
relationship.
on them because you have a relationship with her that goes beyond just being a friend. You have a relationship where you feel protective of her. You have a relationship where she confides in you. You advise her. You give her information. You offered to go to parenting classes with her when she was pregnant.
And I say that.
True?
True.
She comes to your house and y'all drink and play video games, just the two of you together?
Not usually just the two of us.
Not
no.
usually. I don't care how usually or unusually. I'll guarantee you, I've been married 34 years. My wife has never been at somebody else's house drinking and playing video games with another guy. I mean, did I wake up in the Twilight Zone or something? Am I just too old to understand y'all?
No. I have a question. If you say that I'm not supposed to hang out with Josh as much, who am I supposed to talk to? I mean, there are certain things I cannot talk to him about because he gets jealous and he yells at me. So whenever I need to get away, so I
What are your
don't.
girlfriends about then? I mean, ain't that what girlfriends are for? And
And
you
which
girls
one
talk
have you
about?
I have no doubt. Seriously, I said you're like a paranoid that really does have somebody after you because you are apparently very threatened here. You are apparently very insecure. I don't know how three people could be involved, all with a point of view, and not one of you be anywhere near correct. Let me just call roll. Let me start with you. You are overpossessive. You are insecure. You are jealous, and you are chasing her away. If you are putting your hands on her in anger, that is wrong. You can't do that. You couldn't make more mistakes if they were assigned to you. You cannot do this. Do you have legitimate reasons to object? No question about it. You absolutely have legitimate reasons to be objecting to what's going on here. But your reaction to it, and in fact your contribution to it, is undeniable. You, somehow or another, you have just suspended common sense. You have just suspended common sense. You're saying, you're in a committed relationship with the father of your child. If you don't want in that relationship, get out, but you don't go play footsie with this guy. You are headed for an affair with him. In my opinion, you're having an emotional affair with him now. Okay? To me, intimacy is certainly not limited to interaction. To me, intimacy is when you share your innermost realities with another person. You confide in them. They know you to the core of who you are. That is something that is appropriate between a husband and a wife, a man and a woman that are committed and significant others. If you are turning to him to do this instead of him to do this, then the relationship is fractured. You are crossing boundaries in that way. If you cannot do that with him, then you either need to repair this relationship or exit this relationship. But you will not fix it by having a surrogate and a substitute here.
I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to repair it.
We'll talk about that in a minute. You're getting where you don't belong. You have said that you have feelings for her. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I mean, you have feelings for people. I get that. But she is in a relationship here, and you are creating serious conflict in this relationship by being over-involved with her. You're going on dates with her, right?
I wouldn't consider them dates, no.
Well, then one of us...
Hanging out as friends, with a group of coworkers, I could understand if her and I had gone off by ourselves, got our own seats, completely alone, that I would consider a date, yes.
Okay.
But when we were with a group of other friends, all coworkers, all friends, their families, that's not a date.
That's great camouflage, but it is what it is. And you didn't have these coworkers over at your house when you had
Yes,
her
I
over.
did.
Yes, we did.
Guys.
Josh co-signed for our apartment.
Ricky didn't have the established credit in order to get the place by herself, so she did ask me to co-sign for it. When Aaron found out, he was not happy.
Right now, if I need help, Aaron won't say something like, oh, why don't you go have Josh help you? Or Josh this or Josh that.
I think Aaron took that as an insult to his manhood. My intent was to help out a friend in need.
Aaron says Ricky should confide her fears, doubts, and dreams in him and not her work spouse, Josh. And I'm calling it work spouse because that kind of defines this relationship people have with folks they spend a lot of time with. Now, to me, you two are headed for an affair. I mean, I think you're already having an emotional affair, but I think you're headed for more than that if you continue down this path. If that's okay with you, then you need to end this relationship here.
I don't understand why I cannot be friends with Josh and I cannot confide in Josh when my family is so far away. If there's for instance, where I need to get away, so we do not get in a physical altercation, where am I supposed to go? My car?
You tell me you get in a conflict with him, and so you get in your car and go to him. Are you going to tell me with a straight face that that doesn't sound inappropriate to you? That you have a conflict with your significant other and you get in your car and flee to this guy? Are you telling me that you think that that would be okay?
He's my best friend, yes.
And you also know that he has feelings for you that go beyond friendship.
Which he has kept hidden for a very long time.
But they're not hidden now, are they?
No, they're not.
And you know that.
Yes.
So you have a guy that has romantic feelings for you, and you've admitted that, correct?
The feelings, yes. The actions, no.
But you've got romantic feelings for her, so you get in a fight with him and you flee to a guy who has romantic feelings for you, and you think that is a healthy relationship dynamic?
No.
So what is it that you're confused about then?
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I mean, obviously we're not in a healthy relationship, but I'm so confused on how I'm supposed to fix it. I feel like I'm stuck in between two people that are pulling me two separate directions, and I can't do anything about it.
Okay, let me just ask you here. You said that you're caught between two people like a rope in a tug of war.
Exactly.
Okay, that doesn't sound like a friendship relationship to me.
Our friends not supposed to give you advice. They're supposed to be there
They're
when you
not
need
supposed to
them.
make you a rope in a tug of war.
I've never pressured her in any way, shape, or form as far as leaving him, as far as anything.
You are a smitten kitten. You have feelings for her, right?
Yes.
Okay, I mean, I don't want to mince words. You do. But she is in a committed relationship. And you need to back off and respect that. And you're saying, look, what you're doing here is you're taking away my best friend and leaving me with somebody that's abusive, controlling, and overbearing. Thank you, Dr. Phil. Nice fix.
Thank you, Dr. Phil.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay. I'm telling you, you two have a child. I don't believe people stay together for the children.
No.
I don't believe that. But you do have a child here. You do have a relationship here. And you need to try to resolve this in some way. And you never, ever fix a relationship by turning away from your partner towards a third party. An interloper never, ever helps the situation. Ever.
Not even family.
There are certain things that are between a man and a woman in a committed relationship, and that's where they need to be resolved. You have some problems here. Do you get that?
Yeah, I understand
You're
that.
threatened by a lot of people besides him, true?
Oh, yes.
Okay, and that's what I mean. You're like a paranoid with somebody after you. You do have somebody here that has crossed the line, crossed the boundaries, in my opinion. You may disagree, and you're certainly welcome to do that. But you are hypersensitive about this stuff, and this is like throwing salt on the wounds. You need some couples counseling, and I will make that available to you. Without that working, or if you don't want to do that, then you either need to commit to this relationship or get out of it. But you don't keep 1 foot here and 1 foot over here, which is what you're doing. That will drive you crazy.
I am going crazy.
This relationship, in my opinion, is inappropriate. This relationship is inappropriate.
Okay. Well, what would you do if you were me? Would you tell me to stop talking to him? Like,
What I would do if I were you is I would recognize that this relationship has crossed boundaries. I would recognize that I need to rein this in. I would ask him to respect the boundaries of this relationship and give you an opportunity to work on it. I would not be confiding in him things about your marriage because that's inappropriate. I would not be going to his house with or without coworkers to play video games and beer pong. I would not be lying to him about going to move my sister when in fact I was going to a basketball game with him 1 week and a hockey game with him the next week. Those are dates. I don't care what you want to say. Those are dates. That's inappropriate. I would stop that behavior. I would take the help that I'm offering to arrange for you in your hometown and try to get this resolved.
You say hockey game, Dr. Phil?
Yes.
I was lied to about that, too. You told me Josh was not there. You
it
left
was
there
a
so we could go
last
dinner.
minute thing.
I was totally lied about that one right after the basketball game. And we
Aaron,
went
if
to
I
dinner
tell you
afterwards.
where I'm going, you will jet out and I will be stuck at home with Aubrey.
You need to recognize there is a pattern here. How many examples there are doesn't
There's
matter.
plenty.
You need to get some help here.
When I love her and I'm willing to do it.
Well, then you need to do that, and you need to calm down and work on this, and you need to respect their efforts to do that and give them the space to do it. Okay? Fair enough? Okay. We're moving on.
This episode was interesting. In my opinion, everyone is wrong here. Aaron is paranoid, controlling, and abusive. Apparently, he's left bruises on her. For that reason alone, I personally think she should leave. That's what she should have done before getting involved in an inappropriate relationship with her work husband. Ricky is ridiculous. She has so many excuses for this inappropriate relationship, and she keeps saying that, oh, it's sexist. If Josh were a woman, this wouldn't be a problem. Well, of course it wouldn't be a problem. Josh has already said, I have feelings for you. Like, get a clue, lady. The fact that Josh co-signed on this apartment and the fact that she asked him to instead of asking her parents is mind-blowing, especially because the way that she stated this, it sounded like her parents would have helped and would have been in a position to help financially. She just didn't want them to. Like, she was embarrassed and it would have bruised her ego or her pride or something. Or maybe that's just an excuse because she really wanted Josh to be on the lease. Then she kept it a secret from Aaron for 4 months. Josh is ridiculous. He knows what he's doing. He's playing the long game. He's hanging around around, because at one point in the future, there might be a moment of weakness, and there you know the physical affair starts. But I absolutely agree with Dr. Phil that right now they are having an emotional affair. There's absolutely no way I would have the type of relationship with Josh that she has when I have a husband. And there's no way my husband would be comfortable with that. But what do you guys think about this? Do you think that Ricky is having an emotional affair? I do. Do you think Josh knows exactly what he's doing? I do. And do you think that Ricky should leave Aaron because he's abusive and she clearly doesn't feel safe with him? And also maybe Aaron should leave Ricky because he clearly can't trust her. It seems like their two issues are fueling each other. It seems like they're constantly triggering each other. Her dishonesty and inappropriate behavior is worsening his paranoia and his control issues. His control and his paranoia is pushing her more towards this other man. What do you think should be done about this? Let me know. Drop it in the comments.